Well, thank you, Clint. I've got Greg Cantor from Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel with us, a longtime pro and also resident pro with the show and co-host. Now, here's the thing. We've been talking about how to get the most out of your remodel.
Right.
This is one segment in a series that you've been doing.
Right.
And this one is about permits.
Correct. And this week we had a fan question about if permits were required because she was getting mixed messages, the fan. Some companies were saying no and some people were saying yes. And I think that's a red flag because in most cases, for us, every project this year has a permit. So there's very few projects that don't require a permit. But there's two types of permits, though.
Well, real quick, what is a permit first? Just in case somebody doesn't know.
A building permit, so that the inspector is another set of eyes that comes out to inspect plumbing, heating, air, structural, those kind of things to make sure that the work is done properly, it's safe, and it meets building code.
Okay, now you were going to say there's two different types of permits.
Right. On the screen right now is one that's a simple permit where you can just get the permit actually online with the City of San Diego without even plans. That's for a simple bathroom or kitchen remodel where you're not changing walls, you're not changing the building envelope.
Okay.
It's not structural, but there's plumbing, heating, air conditioning, or HVAC work.
Okay. And then when is a permit required? That and if it's structural changes?
When you're adding space, like a single story or a second story, or you're making structural changes to the interior of the home, or you're changing doors and windows on the building envelope, if you're changing the roof structure, those kind of things require a permit with plans and oftentimes structural engineering. Now, one thing I will say is if a contractor tells you that a permit's not required, then I would be very skeptical.
Okay, we've only got about 20 seconds, but what's the risk if you don't use a permit?
You could get fined, and also it will impact the resale of your home because you have to disclose that you've done work without a permit.
All right, Greg Cantor, Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel. Listen, you can get a hold of him, 855-840-APRO. That's 855-840-APRO. Ask questions about permits. You don't want to be left in the dark.